Higher Learning is a show about adults learning interesting facts while under the influence of marijuana. This show is filmed in Vermont where it is legal to smoke. The staff involved in the show want to be clear that we do not support its use by those too young or where it is illegal to partake in such behavior. While this show doesn't show the usage of drugs or use coarse language, it is not intended for children. Parental discretion is advised. Now, let's get to the burning and learning. Welcome to Higher Learning, a class in disjointed education. This is the show where I teach 25 facts to my son while he's high on an edible, and then a week later, which that's this week's episode, I quiz him on those things while he's sober and see how many of the facts he remembers. So far, he's
passed once.
Yes. We like to say, will he puff, puff, pass or puff, puff, fail? Well, the only way to know is for me to give him our Christmas quiz.
Our puff, puff quiz.
Sure. There's 25 questions, one from each fact. Each one's worth 4 points. I've got a couple bonus points in here that you probably won't get because you have a long history, and by that I mean...
Yeah, only if you, word the questions all stupid and ask for things you didn't tell me.
Anyway, that's not happened yet. Go back and watch them all.
Or no, ask for things
that he was thinking I would ask a different thing.
Should have been other things.
Yeah, see, this is why I do the questions and the facts, because he's not smart. But that's kind of the premise. Here's the Christmas facts quiz. Scotland abolished observing Christmas beginning in 1640. When did it become a legal holiday? 1865, 1921, or 1958?
58.
Correct. Let's see. Yes. During World War II, the Bicycle Playing Card Company made decks of cards and gave them to prisoners of war. What secret did they hold?
Hidden passages to escape or something like that.
Correct.
If you soaked them in water. Soaked them in something, yeah.
As long as you got what came out. But yes, water was how you would do it. You soak them in water and it would show you escape routes. So that's 2 for 2. Good job. But you've started off this well before, so don't hold your breath.
Stop.
How long does it take for a Christmas tree to be fully grown on average?
Between something and 15 years. I don't remember the first something, but it was up to 15 years.
Well, I'll give you the point for it because it was 6 to 8 years, but a lot of places grow them for 15. So since the 15 was a correct number, I will give you that as a correct answer. They can do it at 6 to 8 years, but they're on the smaller side. But some people want a smaller tree. Eggnog originated in 1607. Where was it from?
I don't know what we're looking for. Are we looking for the name of a country?
There's a town and a state.
Carolina.
Jamestown, Virginia.
That's the one I said that.
Santa Claus is the English pronunciation of the Dutch name for St. Nicholas. What is the Dutch name?
Santa Claus.
Ooh, it's Sinterklaas. But, hey, wrong. Let's see. What is the first song that was sung in space, December 15th, 1965, by astronauts Tom Stafford and Wally Schirra? What song did they sing?
I'll Be Home for Christmas?
No, it was Jingle Bells.
That's not a Christmas song. I hate that question.
Okay. I understand that it was written about Thanksgiving. People use it as a Christmas song. It's traditionally
People are wrong.
Okay, but you know that the vast majority of people think of it as a Christmas song.
And because I don't, I would have never gotten that question right.
Or if you had paid any damn attention to the facts I was reading.
Last week I said wrong. Well, that's an incorrect fact.
Many people, so anyway, X on that one. Many people abbreviate Christmas as Xmas, which is based upon X being what?
a letter in like the Egyptian, like or some weird hieroglyph, like using alphabet. I don't remember. Something stupid.
Greek. They use the same.
Greek.
They literally use the same letters that we do. It's just like
The wrong order.
well, they don't use the same exact like all of them, but like
Whatever.
yeah. How many sets of Legos are sold every second during the Christmas season? There are options: 15, 28, or 32.
28.
Correct. Letters to Santa Claus from millions of children end up at a Canadian post office. What is the zip code?
HOOHHO or something like it's ho ho ho.
Okay, so how would that be spelled?
HOHOHO, but like it was
Correct.
like spaced weird.
Well, it was HOHOHO.
That's the one.
But,
See,
right, but you said HOOH, and it's like, I don't know why who would be ho ho ho. So I'll give it to you because you figured out it was ho ho ho. People used to tell each other what on Christmas Eve about a century ago. It was tradition to tell what?
ghost stories.
Correct. In 1955, Sears tried to put a number of one of their stores where children could call and talk to Santa Claus and say what they wanted for Christmas. However, in the newspaper, the number was misprinted and the phone calls actually called what?
Oh, like the naval base somewhere.
It's a famous
It's
name.
the like. If we're looking for the name, then put an X on the screen because I don't know the name. It's
NORAD, the thing that follows Santa Claus every year on the news
see,
that
Santa
you've seen.
Tracker. I've never.
Yeah, it's the NORAD Santa
literally
Tracker.
now and last week on the show were
North
the only
America.
times I've ever heard that.
Oh, that's weird. North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD. Anyway, how much money is spent annually on ugly Christmas sweaters? $2, $4, or $6 million?
4.
6.
Okay.
Franklin Pierce is believed to have been the first president to do what while in office?
Put up a Christmas tree?
Correct. In the White House, but yeah. It is tradition in Japan to eat KFC on Christmas. It is so popular, you need to order your chicken how far ahead of time?
Months.
Okay, can you narrow that down to a number?
6 months?
2 months.
Okay,
I told you, and
if multiple isn't enough,
no, because I wanted, 6 months is very different than 2 months. 60 days and half a year. The tallest Christmas tree ever displayed measured 221 feet tall. Where was it displayed?
New York.
Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
Black Friday is not the busiest shopping day of the year. What days are?
Christmas Eve and Christmas?
No, it's the 2 days before Christmas.
Okay.
So, no, Christmas, most places are shut, so you should have been able to figure that out, but whatever. What fraction of the highest grossing movies ever were released during Christmas? 1/3, 1/4, or 1/5?
1/4.
It was a third.
Oh, wow.
And because a lot of Americans are dumb, 1/3 is more than 1/4, even though 4 is bigger than 3. I hear people argue that all the time, like 4 is bigger than 3. It's like, oh. That's why the quarter pounder outsold the third pounder that was A&W restaurants were doing, and they had to stop selling them because people were dumb and they're like, why would we pay the same for less meat? It's like, it's more meat. But anyway, that's a separate issue. Paul McCartney makes approximately how much a year for his song Wonderful Christmas Time? $200,000, $300,000, or $400,000 per year?
200,000.
$400,000 per
That's
year.
too much.
Last week, if you remember, he remembers liking the song. Then he heard the song and agreed with the commentary where I was like, most people consider it one of his worst songs. Until Meat Free Monday was... Anyway, Christmas is most likely not Jesus' real birthday. The Bible does not state a specific day, but theories suggest that because of the time of year the census that brought Mary and Joseph to Bethlehem occurs means that it would be most likely what season?
Spring.
Autumn. Autumn.
That's so dumb.
It also involved the harvest or whatever they talked about, and that's again autumn. But Toys for Tots was started in Los Angeles in 1947. About 5,000 toys were collected that year. I told you what the first donation was. What was it?
A yo-yo?
No, it was a handmade doll.
Okay.
Visa cards are used about how many times per minute during the Christmas season? 4, 6, or 8,000 times per minute?
8?
No, 6. Treasure Island writer Robert Louis Stevenson left his what in a will to a young
Birthday.
girl? Bonus point. Why did he leave it?
Because hers was on Christmas and she hated that.
Yep. So I'll give you 2 for that. Look at that. And that actually gets multiplied by, you know what I'm saying. The city of Vancouver, Canada, claims to be the birthplace of what Christmas tradition?
The ugly Christmas sweater.
Party.
Okay.
Yes. Correct. The first Christmas on American land was in 1539 in what state? Bonus point if you can remember the correct city. But if you say the state.
Atlanta. Well, wait, what state is Atlanta in? Georgia?
It is, but it's Tallahassee, Florida. So.
Oh.
But at least you tried to find a state and an actual city instead of going, duh, France.
No, there probably is a France in America. That makes sense.
There's a Paris.
Yeah, I know.
The highest
Naming things is stupid.
The highest grossing Christmas movie since 1980 is which Christmas classic? I do have options if you want.
Right, I'm waiting for them.
Home Alone, the Jim Carrey Grinch, or A Christmas Story?
Grinch.
Correct. So that's 11. That means you got 44%. He, Puff Puff, failed yet again. But you could tell, especially once we got to the second side of the paper, he was already he could see that it was going downhill. I love that he gets mad. He's mad at what facts are.
No, I'm mad that we do this part of the show. I don't like this part of the show. This part of the show sucks. And the views usually show that.
Wow. So he wants to learn the facts, but not retain them or have to prove he retained them. That's not learning.
I don't want to learn.
This is higher learning, not higher listening, sort of.
All right, we're changing the name to
No,
higher listening, sort of.
We're not. Be prepared, because this is the last one of the year. We have a 2-week break, at least through the new year. After the new year, we're going to come back strong with a new non-holiday themed set of facts and a fresh batch of edibles for you. But, until next year, it's, I've been your educator, Craig.
And I've been, mad about this show, Jason.
And tune in next time to see if he can learn enough to puff, puff, pass.
Or puff, puff, fail.